Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE 2K22 MyGM. I, for technical reasons, had to work a little differently here. This was a live Twitch stream that I did on Lemon Cookie TV over at Twitch. If you want to follow me there, go ahead. Because I cannot do recordings of Xbox games or console games in general at the moment for technical reasons, so I did a Twitch stream and downloaded the stream, and now I'm providing post-commentary, post-production, exposing my business here, and I may expose the wrestling business here. I'm gonna be William Regal and show you how to book a wrestling program. I am the Legend Whisperer. Drew Gulak is the coach of this game. He explains everything. He explains us to choose our brand. We can only choose between, between SmackDown, Raw, NXT is still, and the gold and black NXT, not the colorful NXT, and also NXT UK. And so this MyGM mode is always like a one-on-one confrontation. I picked NXT UK, which has the ability of an international takeover, which means your network's deal is tripled if you gain fans this week, otherwise it will only be doubled. So I like the MyGM mode on the SmackDown PlayStation games many years ago, more than 10 years ago. I like playing booking games. Of course, this is the WWE style of a promotion game. So we can pick the opponent type AI. I'm picked Adam Pearce and I'm competing against NXT. AI difficulty, I've never played. Yeah, obviously this game was released a few days ago. I picked normal. Duration can be 15, 25 or 50 weeks. I chose 50. Why not make it 52 to have a whole year, for heaven's sake. For the first time, I kept everything at default. I haven't informed myself too much about that game, so I was bumfuzzled by the quality of the graphic. And I don't know too much about this, but here we have the rules. Each GM will start with a budget of $2,750,000 US. GMs will take turns drafting one after the other. Starting with player 1, there will be 8 rounds of drafting. After the 8th round, drafting becomes optional. GMs can opt out or draft until they are out of cash. GMs can press the right stick to get recommendations on who to draft. They can also press X to get more information about a superstar. So, me as a European, I picked NXT UK, and that will certainly influence the choices that I make here in this draft.
NXT UK's
yeah,
GM
good service that Twitch already cut out, or the game already cut out all the music, so I don't need to do it here. So I can actually make the first pick. Building your roster, Drew Gulak tells me when thinking about your choices, consider the role and class of your superstar. Superstar can play the role of good guy or bad guy. Don't want to expose the wrestling business too much by calling them baby faces and heels here. Speaking of matchups, you'll also want to pair different classes with each other to get the best ratings. Giants versus Cruisers, Bruisers versus Fighter Specialists versus anyone. Building your roster, you'll find the goods and bads when you mix and match different classes, so make sure to take notes. I did not take any notes while I recorded this, but yeah, let's see who Mr. Adam Pearce and Mr. William Lemon Regal picked here in the inaugural WWE 2K22 MyGM comeback draft. In the first episode, I already talked about the graphic quality, and not adding any more comments on that. In this video, I'll make another one on that. So why is nothing happening here? I think at this point I just went to the toilet or so. Yeah, this is professional. Yeah, I just made a list in my head. So, superstars' power will determine how well they draw crowds and viewers. Even if you book a bad match, fans will still come. Throughout the season, you can raise your superstars' popularity by putting them in matches, doing promos, or using power cards. The higher their popularity, the better their matches will be rated, the higher their star power will be. So, we got the star power and popularity ratings. But don't overdo it. Superstars get tired. Keep a close eye on their stamina. The lower it goes, the higher chance of injury, not booking them on shows, blah, blah, blah. So, enough said. This is our draft pool. You see a lack of real big names, but we are NXT UK. And Becky Lynch is the highest paid person on this list. And I will
This GM with a fantastic choice.
Respect the
in
fact that
Becky
we are
Lynch.
NXT UK, even though she is from Ireland. I know Ireland is officially not a part of the UK, but you know, do most people even know that? Do Americans know that? I picked Becky Lynch from Ireland to be my number one star. So
exact passion you want from your first pick.
In round one, exactly, Corey. In round one, you gotta pick the top stars. They picked Oscar. So who is my second pick?
For Finn Balor.
He's a main event
Staying
player, that's for sure.
in Ireland,
NXT ready for the third pick of the draft here.
while Adam Pearce is trying to focus on their.
Show.
I couldn't have made a better pick than this guy.
And it's time for NXT's fourth pick.
I had to get Charlotte Flair, and I have to get Walter.
This brand is
Walter.
a very, very motivated
Well,
superstar.
you see Big E and Tozawa.
Who will be revealed next for the NXT UK roster?
Difficult for me to get a word in here. Stop talking. Cesaro, the Swiss Superman, Swiss Cyborg, is my number 5 pick, while Kevin Owens goes to NXT. Akira Tozawa, interesting choice for a number 4 pick. Yeah, you saw, I also got Charlotte Flair. My women's division looks good. My men's division looks just as good. So we see recommendations that I completely ignore. We need to keep our budget in mind. I can't spend all of my money.
Future champion, he's it.
But and John Morrison goes to NXT. So you saw that I stole Tommaso Ciampa from NXT. John Morrison went to the American version of NXT and
The GM giving her a golden opportunity.
representing Scotland. Well, Bailey goes to NXT.
Black and gold brand next.
Mute out the
Escobar looks to
Bobby
build a
Lashley.
legacy on NXT.
Not the biggest star,
Santos
not
Escobar
the highest pick, set to defy
NXT.
expectations.
They should really mute. I should have muted. They should have muted Cole and Graves. Yeah, commentary is just as annoying as in real life.
Clearly knows a champion
Rhea
when they
Ripley
see
goes to NXT UK. Ivar goes to NXT. Oh, shut the fuck up. So, I wanted to say that I got the almighty Bobby Lashley. And now, this is optional. I still have around $700,000. Shouldn't spend all my money, but I need to get some
The GM picked the Irish ace.
people with a
He's
pulse
definitely
and 2
looking to
legs on my
impress his new
roster.
GM.
So, the Irish Ace. Liv Morgan goes to NXT, so still
NXT UK reviewing
Trent
its next
7
pick.
adding people from Europe,
Who's
from
up for NXT?
Ireland and England, while Tamina goes to NXT. Tyler Bate joins his partner
She's got fundamentals, and this show
NXT
is where she'll
with
expand
Tony
them.
Storm.
Shotzi bringing this roster to the ball pit.
She might be the last ingredient needed to make this work.
Shotzi adding some color to my women's division. And Tegan Knox from Wales. So I represent a lot of European countries here: Austria, Scotland, Ireland, Switzerland, Wales.
Future champion by hook or by crook.
Gulag goes to NXT, and I'm out. Adam Pearce, Akira Tozawa, Santos Escobar, Bailey, Mandy Rose, and you see all the other people: Asuka, Big E, Kevin Owens, Bailey, John Morrison, and